What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. And it's beginning to rain a little bit out here. Well, it's just been raining off and on this evening and things, and definitely need a little bit of rain here. I wish I could send some rain out to you guys out west in California, especially at Lake Mead and things, because I know how much you guys need it. But it's the end of summer. Labor Day is now in the books in a couple more hours, and now it's football season. Tomorrow's Tuesday, Thursday night, Rams versus Buffalo. Can you believe it? We made it through another offseason. Cowboys, of course, inking Jason Peters. Eagle fans getting the laugh about the Cowboys and their situation and thinking that they have everything together. Well, here's my thoughts on the season. I think the Cowboys are going through a transition. The thing about the Cowboys to me, so many times with the Jason Garrett era, I felt like we were still running the offense and the team like we did in the 90s. And many times when the Cowboys have had a problem, they didn't change anything. For example, when Tony Romo got hurt in 2015, they ended up bringing in Brandon Weeden, and they still run the offense like Brandon Weeden is there. Like Tony Romo's there. Not understanding that Brandon Weeden cannot go to his left and throw to his left, he'll throw an interception. Yet they still continue to do that. Tyron Smith goes out in 2017. They put Chaz Green in and don't realize that Chaz Green is not Tyron Smith, and they still kept him out there one-on-one where he continued to get beat over and over again. Throughout the course of the whole game, by the time he had given up his fourth sack, you're like, can you give him some help? Yet they didn't change anything. That same year, I remember, because the offense looked great in 2016. Dak, efficient quarterback, Zeke Elliott run the ball, offensive line in great shape. When we played the Denver Broncos in that game, and I remember on Amazon's All or Nothing, I think it was Amazon, they were talking about, you have the guys up in the booth that were mystified and looked dumbfounded because Denver was able to stop Zeke. And it was kind of like, well, they stopped the run. What do we do? They didn't prepare for anything different than what they had. And so, as Joe the fan, having my man E2 here or DMV, we could know the down and distance and where they were on the field, and you could pretty much be able to tell what the Dallas Cowboys were going to do. And I can guarantee you that if we know this at home, that other teams would know how to counter it. The difference was, back in the 90s, the Dallas Cowboys were just so much better with talent. It didn't matter what the play was, we can just physically dominate you. Well, now, because of free agency and the salary cap and all these things, the talent is watered down. You don't have a Dallas Cowboys that's completely loaded the way it was before. The playing field is more even, which means you have to be more deceptive. You can't be predictable. And that has been the Dallas Cowboys since the 90s. Listening today to Dan Quinn, listening to Mike McCarthy over the last couple of days, the Cowboys, much like in 2014 when Tony Romo couldn't pass the ball down the field because he was recovering from the back surgery, they discovered we need to run the football. And they were doing something different, and it worked. It worked to perfection because that statistically was the best year that Tony Romo ever had. Not the most yardage, but the most efficient one. So here we are now. Our Dallas Cowboys, for once, have a defensive line with big guys that can stop the run. I have screamed, I have begged, I have cried, wanting big defensive linemen that could move. I wanted Calais Campbell. Of course, they said he's too old, too expensive, and yada, yada, yada. Be that as it may. Back before I had my YouTube channel really going, I wanted Aaron Donald in the draft, but unfortunately he went before us. Boy, that would have been nice, wouldn't it? But what we have is with Dan Quinn is a guy that has a lot of pieces, that he can be unpredictable. When you hear him talk about Micah Parsons can line up as a D-back, that can shoot the A-gap, or he can be outside of D-Law or defensive end. The defense with all of these guys, from having, 1,000-yard, fat boy defensive line with Tristan Hill and Quentin Bohannon and Nabel Gallimore, to having more athletic defensive guys like Dante Fowler and Terrell Basham or Carlos Watkins and Osa, that they can do matches up. They can give different looks. They can be unpredictable. And now that we don't have three wideouts with a CeeDee Lamb, a Michael Gallup, and Amari Cooper, where you're basically going to line them up and you're going deep down the field, you now have an offense that's a little less predictable. You have Turpin, who is fast and small. He's behind that offensive line. You can't see him. The speed he has in the open field, and you're hearing that, yeah, he's going to be playing some receiver. You get that guy the ball in space, he's going to make some people miss. So now understand that we have not just Zeke Elliott. We're not just going to run Zeke Elliott all the time and run him in the ground. We're going to use Tony Pollard, but we're not going to use him just as a running back. He's going to play some in the slot. He's going to be, in screen plays. That now he's kind of a gadget guy in there. And then you start looking and saying, now we have another tight end who is a guy who can block, but also can catch and break tackles to go with, of course, our pass-catching tight end in Dalton Schultz. That we can give a 12 personnel look, but do a multitude of things out of it. All of a sudden, the Dallas Cowboys, for the first time in forever, won't be as predictable as they usually have been. In fact, going out in the season, if you're a defensive coordinator, I don't know that you know what to look for the Dallas Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb has been a number 2 in the slot most of the time. What's he going to be like as a number 1? Noah Brown has been kind of the 4th wide receiver. Now he's the number 2. You got Jake Ferguson and Dalton Schultz here in 12 personnel. Are the Cowboys going to do pre-snap motion? Now Dak Prescott is healthy. Is he going to be doing more play action? Zeke Elliott seems to be recovered from the PCL. And you probably have a better run blocking team than pass blocking team. And that, my friends, is what you have to do in football, is not be predictable. To be able to use the whole field. To make the defense have to cover everything. To be able to hit the open man. And so, in some regard, I'm more excited about the offense, the evolution, the change, and the lack of predictability. Now, we signed Jason Peters, of course. Jason's old. He's not going to be ready for a couple of weeks. We got Tyler Smith, a rookie, that's going to be starting at left tackle. Maybe that was poor planning by the Joneses. Maybe. At the end of the year, we'll find out that the Joneses were just damn lucky that that's the guy that they picked and that he's going to end up being a baller. We won't know until the end of the year. That's all I can tell you is we won't know anything until then. But I have faith in this team, and I believe in this team. So, right now, I've got the perfect analogy for Eagle fans. My wife used to love The Walking Dead, and then after a while, okay, it just got to be too much. The last couple of years of The Walking Dead, it was Walking Dead. But I realize Eagle fans are like The Walking Dead. If you've ever seen the show, it's kind of they're mindless. They just have this hunger of they just want to eat people, and they're just relentless. And no matter how many of them that you get rid of them, there's always more of them coming back through there. And that's what it literally feels like on my channel, where I've got all these Eagle trolls that are coming through here. And make no mistake about it, I love you guys too. But I want to clarify something because I lost my cool tonight. If I go on Philly 500's live streams, what I constantly get is, Mark Holmes is a little bitch. They block people all the time. Okay. Tonight I lost my cool and went off on a person. Because see, here's the thing. I am close to retirement age. You know? I turned 57 years old. 57. My emails are full of stuff like burial insurance because they know I've got less days in front of me than I do behind me. Like Tom Brady, I got shit to do. Everybody is welcome on my channel. I have no problem with Eagle fans. But here's the thing. Here's what bothers me about YouTube and the world today. Is people feel the need to attack others. Now, I and Philly 500, we talk on a daily basis. We understand that we can be friends and disagree about what team to like. See, that's the problem right now is people feel like if you don't agree with me, then we need to fight. I need to belittle you. I need to make fun of you. I need to beat you down or kill you. And I'm sick of this mentality of people that instead of actually having something good to say, or as my mom used to say, if you don't have something good to say, don't say nothing, that people literally want to make others suffer for no damn reason. What is their point of going through and attacking somebody and trying to make them feel bad? Is it because your life sucks so bad that the only way you can feel good is by trying to make somebody feel worse? And see, this is the thing about my channel. I got Tampa Bay fans. I got Eagle fans. I got Seahawks fans. I got Raiders fans. I got Washington fans, Giants fans. Some Cowboy fans are like, what are you doing, man, talking to the enemy? They're people. They're Americans. Well, some of people from all over the world. They're human beings. I can dislike your team and still like you. And for me, growing up, watching my father versus, his brother and sisters or his, cousins and things like that, how they ended up trash talking about their teams. They loved each other. They loved the family. But come Sunday, we talking trash. And if we won, the phone wouldn't ring. The phone wouldn't ring. If the Cowboys lost to Washington, that phone was ringing off the hook because everybody's calling to talk trash. It wasn't that they would call up and say, you're an asshole, you suck, and I hope you die. That's not what they did. But some of you guys, that's the way it is. And so tonight, I just got pissed at a dude for personal attacks. People, you're welcome here on this channel. I love talking to different people. I love getting different points of views. But personal attacks against people, that's not welcome. If you come in here and you do that crap, I'm going to go off on you or I'm going to block your ass. I don't have time. I got shit to do. I'm not wasting my time on stupid bullshit. And instead of being this hateful world, I want to be that oasis, that island where things are different, where we can have fun. We can actually have conversations about football. We can try and learn a little something from each other and be a safe place. If that's not what you're into, that's okay. Because there's plenty of places that you can go where there's plenty of people that are hateful channels that you can do all you want. And that's the great thing about YouTube and the world. You got choices of what you ought to do and how you want to spend your time. And in the same way, I have choices on how I want to spend my time as well. But when one of you guys come in here acting like an asshole, you're ruining it for the other 200, 300, 400, 500 people that are in here. And I'm not going to allow people to ruin it for everybody else. So, people, I apologize for going off, but it was warranted. And we got to stop taking this crap. If we want to make life a better place, we have to be the ones to fix this. So, Stuart's mom is in the hospital. She's on oxygen. They're doing scans and stuff on her heart to make sure that she's not having heart failure. And they're hoping that it is just pneumonia. Hopefully I'll find out some more tomorrow. Christine said that she looked a lot better today than yesterday. And I just ask you guys to keep her in your prayers. And that's all I got for you guys tonight. I appreciate all of you. And be safe out there. If you're headed back home from the holiday and all that, please be careful out there. And remember, tell the people you love that you love them, because you might not get the chance again. I love you guys. Peace out.